Hi everyone, I'm Paulette from Tulip Square, and today I'm going to show you how to make a block. We're calling it Downtown. Almost looks like sailboats, doesn't it? We're going to head over to the sewing machine and make the Downtown block. Okay, for this pattern you're going to need white and two contrasting colors. I'm using a blue print and a gold print. And you're going to start by taking your gold squares and your white squares of the same size, and you're going to draw a diagonal line on each white square and pair it up with a gold square, and then you're going to sew on each side of that line you drew, 1/4 inch away. Make sure it's a nice accurate 1/4 inch away, and once you've sewn those, then you're going to cut on the line you drew, so you end up with 2 half square triangles from each piece with no wasted fabric, and then you're going to press them towards the gold. So go ahead and do all that with your gold and white squares. Okay, now you've got 8 of these triangle pieces, and what you're going to do is make 2 pieces like this where you sew this edge of the white to this edge of the gold, like so. So you've got a big gold corner up here and a big white corner up here. And then you're going to sew oppositely. You're going to sew the other 2 pairs like this, white up here and gold up here. So now you've got 2 pieces like this and 2 pieces like this. Now we're going to set those aside for a minute, and you're going to take 4 of these blue rectangles, and we're going to make flying geese. You've got white squares. We're going to sew a white square on one end of each piece like this. Oops, turn the fabric over. Okay. I'm going to sew like this diagonally, and you can either draw a line on each one, or you can follow a line on your sewing machine like I like to do. I'll show you this over here. I've got this thin line of tape that I've attached to my sewing machine, and if I put my needle in the center position and I sew with, let me get this a little closer. If I put this point on the left edge of that little black line, and I put this other end on this edge of the black line, I can just follow this up as I sew, and I keep this on that black line. So when I'm done, I've got a straight 1/4 inch seam. So I do that rather than draw them, but that's a personal choice. Not right or wrong, it's just a way to do it. Also, when you're sewing a diagonal line on something, it's easier to start up here where you've got a piece of fabric, rather than starting down here where your sewing machine may have a tendency to chew up that end a little bit. So I like to always start up here. So go ahead and sew a white square onto this left edge of each 4 pieces of the blue. And once you've got the corners sewn on like this, you're going to leave it both layers, and you're going to cut through both layers and cut it off, leaving a 1/4 inch seam allowance like that. And then you're going to press this like this towards the corner. So do that with the 4 pieces, and then we'll move on. Now you've got 4 pieces like this, and you're going to take your remaining white squares and sew them to the other side. Do the same thing over here, and sew this way. And you will go right over that corner of that white and of this, and that's correct. So go ahead and sew all of those. Now we do the same thing with these corners. We cut off the corner and press that back like so. Now you have 4 flying geese. Now what you're going to do is take the flying geese and take your pieces like this, and you're going to sew 1 flying goose to this edge of each one. So you're kind of making a diamond shape here with the, just like that, blue on the right. You're going to sew all 4 like that. Now I'm just going to press these towards the blue triangles. Okay, so now you've got 4 pieces like this. 2 look like this with the gold square on the right, and 2 pieces look like this with the gold square on the left. So what you're going to do is pair them up, 1 of each like this, with the gold squares kind of towards each other, and you're going to take one of your blue rectangles and you're going to sew it right on each side of these 2. And you're going to do the same thing with the other pair. Now I'm going to press these towards the blue strips. Now you have two pieces like this. Now we're going to set those aside a second and take our last two blue rectangles, and you're going to sew them together with a gold square in between them. We have a strip like this, and I also press those towards the two blue rectangles. So now you're going to take one of these and put this in the middle, and the other one of these, and put this in the middle. Now the only thing you have to decide is, do you want the 4 gold corners in the middle, or do you want the 4 white corners in the middle? I think I like that better. So I'm going to just sew this strip to here, and make sure you nestle your seams here so they're nice and even. And you sew that center strip to the other side, and I'm just going to go press it and it'll be all done. All done. Isn't that cute? Kind of looks like sailboats, doesn't it? Hope you enjoyed that one. And so now you know how to make the downtown block. You can also see that there's different ways you can put the squares together, just to give you a little variety. This block, when you put it together like this, is a 10-inch block. It's got its seam allowances, so when it's put together, it would be a 10-inch block. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and hit the little notify bell if you want to be notified of when we put up new patterns, which is every Saturday morning. And if you want the PDF for this that shows you the quantities and the sizes of all the pieces, there's a link for it right up here somewhere. So we hope you have a good week sewing, and we will see you again next Saturday with a brand new video. Bye-bye.